Olo. Anyways, so third video in this. I can't really call it a series. It's the third and last one really, because this is like giving tips. So hence why like the scenery is the same, plain background. It is what it is. So in terms of like, you know, you being able to like properly practice and study and like get good marks and everything, marks that you want, let's put it like that, marks that you want. Well, if it's a mark that you want, then it has to be a good mark, because why would you want a 40? Yeah, don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. Forget this whole nonsense of like the pass mark being a 30. Hey, my friend, that's a trap, man. That's a trap. Run away from that mentality. You know, Yauri, I just need 30% to pass. I just need 40% to pass. Okay. Do that, ne? Get your 30, get your 40. But then if that 30 and that 40 does not eventually get you what you want, don't cry, because you have been told. So, yeah. Anyways, yeah, I started so harsh, man. So the first thing is, so you have like done all you can to study, to practice, whatever, and you feel like you're confident and you're ready. Then give yourself the advantage by actually like not sleeping late the day before an exam. You know, it's almost like cooking something. I don't cook. I don't know how to cook to save my life, but I know that if you can, you basically need to cook something until a certain point, and then you have to take it off the stove. If you keep on cooking it, you're gonna ruin it. It's almost the same with like studying and preparing for like a maths exam. If you know that you have studied and you have done your best the night before, don't go and now sleep at 2 a.m. because you want to be like super ready. No. If you know you've done your best, you've been simulating, you've been getting a mark that you're comfortable with, yada, the day before the exam, give yourself at least a good 7 to 8 hours of sleep, you know. I usually say that while you're like practicing and while you're like learning stuff and while you're like studying and whatever, a good number of hours to sleep is usually around 6 hours, you know. Like, I know 8 hours of sleep is okay and all that, but let's be honest, 8 hours of sleep is a lot. It's a lot. You know, and whether you aim for it or not, you usually end up getting about 6, because you're gonna hop into the bed wanting to get 8 hours of sleep. You roll for 2 hours because you went to bed prematurely. You're not even tired. You just maybe want to sleep because you want to get 8 hours of sleep. It doesn't work like that, you know. If you're going to sleep, make sure that you're going to sleep in a state where you know that you're gonna lie down and you're not gonna spend 2 hours rolling around because you have so much energy on you. You feel me? You know. So take advantage of knowing that 6 hours of sleep, trust me, it's more than enough if it's within the cycle of you studying, practicing. But then the day before the actual exam, a bit longer than that will help you, you know. A good 8 hours is okay. So that is on the sleep. So I wrote here, know what's your cup of tea. So when I say know what's your cup of tea, what I mean is don't find yourself in a situation where you keep ignoring that voice in your head that tells you this is for me, this is not for me. What I mean is there are certain topics that are for you. There are certain topics where you can do whatever you want. It's just not gonna click 100%. Just work on something until a certain point where it's not like gonna hurt your marks too much. You know what I mean is, if you're going to be working on financial maths and probability and it doesn't work and it's not like working out, just try and work until a certain point where you see that you're consistently getting around half of the marks correct. But if you find yourself getting like 10% of the marks correct, study, you know, basics, playlists, course platform, do something, you know. But anything from around 50% or more for like your financial math and probability, that's relatively okay. I think I mentioned that in like the previous videos and stuff. So the third point I have here, I said hope and skip. Oh, hope and skip. I was trying to give myself like, you know, a reminder to say. It was like, hey, let me just explain. When I say hope and skip, I'm referring to actually sleeping patterns. What I mean is, if you're going to be studying and you're going to be preparing for exams and everything, try not to like what is it again? Try not to like pull all-nighters one after the other. All-nighters are good if you're a night owl or whatever. But then don't like pull an all-nighter today and then pull another all-nighter the next day and pull another all-nighter the next day, trust me, you're gonna burn out. You're gonna burn out so good. I'm speaking from experience. So hop and skip. So if you're the kind of person that like does, that is a night owl like myself, then don't like pull all-nighters one after the other. It's good to take like one all-nighter here and then the next day try and sleep a bit early, and then maybe like one after every second day or so, or one after every second day. Like you pull an all-nighter today, the next day you sleep a bit earlier. You pull an all-nighter the next day you sleep a bit earlier. Or you can pull an all-nighter today, 2 days from there be sleeping relatively early, and then you pull another all-nighter stuff. I think you get the idea. Hop and skip. Don't just like all-nighter, because you're gonna burn out the day of the exam. You flop and you're like, oh, how did I flop? You'll only usually realize this after you've like pulled all-nighters in a row. You go, you write, things don't go well, you go home, you're depressed, you have like a lot of sleep, you wake up and you're like, oh, that question, so many things start to come to you because now you're fresh, now you're refreshed. So put yourself in that situation where the day you actually do right, you are refreshed now from all those times that you were like, pulling all-nighters and studying long hours and whatever, because you want to give your brain the opportunity to like take in the work, digest it, stick it into your long-term memory so that you can recall it again. Now I'm saying, I then wrote here sweet spot. I spoke about the sweet spot, around 6 hours of sleep is okay. Then I wrote here 0 leisure time, but eat regularly and freshen up regularly. Yeah, so obviously in your like study cycles, as you're practicing for exams and stuff like that, I mean, think about it, certain things, they are like once in a lifetime. You're not gonna write metric exams twice unless you want to. It's up to you. But say you are, don't take it for granted. Just do what you can when you still have the time. Don't want to like have this whole balanced lifestyle where you study and then now you take 2 days, you don't study at all because you're just fooling around or whatever. When it's close to exams, forget about any leisure time. The time that you're going to spend on your own, make sure it's actual time where you're cooling down. You don't cool down by going to somebody else's house and then spending 3 hours partying. That doesn't make any sense. Because you're going to come back, you're tired. You're still tired. It's not... I should come down even. What I mean is that, like during like the time period when you're gonna be studying and preparing for exams and everything like that, just try and stay in the zone. Like legit, it won't kill you. You're not missing out. In as much as you may think you're missing out, trust me, when it's all over, you're not gonna regret the time that you spent studying. If that study time paid off, you will only regret it if you did it half-heartedly, like where you're doing it and then you like fall off the bus 2 weeks and then you do it. No, just stay in the vibe. Keep your mind in the vibe, because when you've written your exams and you're done, trust me, you're not gonna regret all that time that you spent. Because why? The results will speak for themselves. You're gonna walk out of that exam room feeling good, so leisure time, keep it to a minimum. If you're gonna spend any time on yourself, don't do anything that's like too energy intensive, and like when you wake up, take a shower. Don't like wake up, start studying. No, freshen up, my guy. Like, hello, busy speaking about what hygiene here. Like legit though, like always make sure you're fresh. Trust me, you study better that way, you learn better that way. Don't if you wake up tired, trust me, usually when I know I need to wake up and do something, I wake up and I go straight to the shower, straight. Because why? I'm gonna wake up, So last and definitely not least, you have gotten this far. So the other piece of advice that I can give you is, do sign up for the online courses. They are there for a reason. They really do help. They really do work. People really do get results from going through the online courses. Okay, enroll yourself, go through the courses, and use the material that is there for you to use. Because as I mentioned in the previous videos and stuff like that, there are 3 things that you can use to like help you prepare for your math in grade 12. There's this channel firstly, right, where you can learn your basics. And then there is the website where you can now take courses on like the different topics that you need to learn, all the topics that you need to know for like your grade 12 maths and stuff like that. And then thirdly, you have the second channel, which is the past papers channel, where I like go through fast slow down, boss, where I go through past papers from start to finish without leaving anything out, so that you can see what certain things on the memo mean and all that shandies. And obviously I'm always available to like ask questions here and there. My response time is pretty good, like legit. I know sometimes, depending on the day and what's going on, you know, I may slack a bit, but like I always respond to my DMs, like legit. So anyways, that's that for now. If this video was helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Oh, thumbs up is liking. Comment down below if you have other questions. Hi man, you know the drill. So that's that from my side. I will catch you in the next video.